Hi, I'm Jale, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is going to be a pick a card, or in this case pick a crystal ring. There's going to be 4 options, and you basically, best bet is to pause the video. I'll show you a picture of each 4 options, and then you use your intuition to pick which of those 4 is the best option. I'll put the timestamps into the description box. But what we'll do is it's going to be a pick a ring, pick a card, based on what it is you most need to know right now. Okay, so we've got 4 options. As I say, if you need to pause the video to pick, by all means do so, but these are the options. Okay, so if you choose number 1, this is going to be the Carnelian ring. Option 2, the Turquoise ring. The Agate ring, 3. And the clear quartz, choice 4. Okay guys, so if you've chosen the Carnelian ring, which is choice number 1, these are going to be your cards. What is it you most need to know right now? Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so with this, I'm going to go through each of the cards. What aren't you wanting to close out and start afresh? Because we've got the spring equinox, which is the rebirth card, in reverse here. This could have been something that was carried through from the springtime, so sort of April time here, possibly May. It could have been as early as February. But there's something that you haven't quite closed out. Now it's interesting because we've also got the flexible card in the reverse. So what is it that you're not wanting to acknowledge? What is it you don't want to kind of quite let go of? We've also got the co-create card in the reverse as well. It's almost like you don't quite want to understand, I'm hearing, a possibility or a scenario. The reason I'm saying that is because we've got hostilities here. Okay, so it could be that you're possibly holding on a bit too tight to something. They're saying it's good to take a stand, but when it's at the expense of your own pathway, it might not be so rewarding to kind of take such a strong hold. This is the hostilities card. As you can see, it's sort of wielding that sword there. What is it you're not seeing? Because it's like you're very deliberately not letting go of something. You don't want to move forward. You don't want to. Now, this is the thing I'm hearing as well, is if you were to let go of this now, you could have a rebirth around the springtime. Okay. Because this is the other thing. We've got Jale, which is the medicine woman card in the reverse. So I feel like there could be some healing that you're needing to do. I feel like this could also be maybe potentially emotional healing, because it's in the reverse. It says you are a channel for divine healing power. So it could be that when you let go of this, you are going to get an upgrade. You're going to get something in return here. But there's definitely something you're not seeing, because we've got the moonlight card here as well. Moonlight card is usually about illusions. It can be confusion. I'm hearing solidarity, because we've also got the flexible in reverse. So maybe someone hasn't been flexible with you, and it's caused you to hold on a bit too tight here. Now, if you were to kind of take heed of this information, you will get a victory with this, because we've got the B card, okay? This is about, I feel, channeling this energy into something productive for you, so that you'll get a return on it. Yeah, someone's worried about time here. Someone is really worried about time. I'm also feeling like, again, I kind of want to say something about giving birth and children. Maybe you are trying to manifest that. You can, but it's like you must let go. There's something you're holding. There is such a need for that kind of release at the moment, in terms of release the old way you're doing things, I kind of want to say, because this is not working. And if you're trying to sort of forge forward in terms of creating a family, it's like you're doing it at the expense. I feel like you're kind of, you're picking an option and you're staying with it until there's nothing left of you. It might be time to take a different path, because I feel like it's like you're not only hurting yourself, you could actually have been hurt twice, not only by yourself but also potentially another person. And I don't know why I want to say this, but I feel like there could also be a third party involved, because again, the moon, it's like there's sort of illusionary and energy here. You can totally change this whole situation, you can turn it around, but you first need to acknowledge your part in it. And it's interesting because we've got the 51 card here, which is adding up to a 6, the 16 card, which is adding up to a 7, and then the 26 card adding up to an 8. So 6 is about love, 7 is about partnerships, and 8 is about that kind of union, or, you know, that sexual, that kind of spiritual, that very hidden depths. I kind of want to say this could be karmic. It could be something that this is a karmic cycle that you're needing to close out. And I feel like, especially if you've got into situations before where this has been a reoccurring pattern, this is not the way. Because again, when we've got this 6, 7, 8 card, it just feels like, because not only that, but obviously we've got the 6, which is obviously love, 7, which is partnership, and 8, which is that infinite energy. Is there a loop going on here? Yeah, because the flexible card is actually adding up to, because we've got the 1 and 9 here, it's actually adding up to a 1. I feel like you should really be, because I feel like you're not being flexible with yourself. You might be being very flexible with others, but not being flexible with yourself. And I feel like because this is the 1 card, it's about bringing this back to you, bringing this back to yourself. And it's interesting because it's like, it's saying here, co-create in the reverse. It's like you're looking outside of yourself to create, but actually the first move is to create within yourself first, this rebalance, to then join and build on once there is a recalibration with a secondary, you know, or external influence, in order to then co-create that life that you want, that family. But it starts with you first. You can co-create this, you can manifest this, but I feel like you're stuck on the past, or you're stuck in a cycle here. Let me pull some tarot. Let me just pull some tarot here. We'll get some clarifiers. Okay, so I've got the deck I'm using is the Prism of Visions Tarot. I'm just going to lay these cards out here so I can just see exactly what is what. So while I'm shuffling. So for pile number 1, Spirit, what other additional information can you give us here, please? For pile number 1, what other additional information or outcomes can you give us here, please? For pile number 1, what additional information, outcomes can you give, please? Thank you so much. Let's have a look what they want to say here. It's interesting because, again, I'm seeing the hostilities card is very autumnal. This could have been going on from spring, and it's like they want you to wrap it up now for next spring when you're manifesting. They're saying a new start. It's like there's a new start coming, but you might need to lay, there's some foundation work that needs to be carried out here in order to co-create and manifest exactly what it is you want. So if you've been manifesting this, you know, this 1111 portal, and obviously take it as it resonates. If you're watching, this is going to be a timeless reading, by the way. So if you're watching it 12/12, 1/1, take it as it resonates. Wow. Okay, brilliant. They're saying close it up, wrap it up. Death card here. Okay. Can you see that there's actually a rose in this card? It's like there is something coming from this stagnant energy that is growing. And again, springtime, it's that kind of very blossoming energy. The Fool card, which is about taking that leap of faith. Someone's got a dream here that they're not putting into action because they're waiting for something. You have to just do it. Okay, this, I mean, everyone's going to be different, But it's like there's a twofold thing. Not only is there a dream within your whole life, I don't feel like it's just love, but there is love element with this as well. Someone's got a dream, and I don't know, I kind of want to say, and obviously if this is not you, then obviously just take what resonates and leave the rest. Someone can sing here. There's something around music and dance, and it's like someone's really talented with their music. I'm seeing singing. Someone's singing. Someone is very talented with their singing. Don't forget, you've got the B here. Luck, industriousness, sweet victory. And not only that, but we've got the Ace of Cups to confirm. So not only is this a very new, brand new start emotionally, this is also a brand new start in love. So if this is to do with love, then obviously you can have a new start, but you must close out the old cycle, death, take that leap of faith full. You need to be aware of why this happened. What was it specifically in this situation that brought you to this point? Because it's like you can't quite get to that 10, but the number 9, don't forget we had the 6, 7, 8. Now, once you get past 6 in the tarot, the rest is kind of brilliant. It's a lot easier, but I feel like we need to get to that 9, and that 9 number is independence, that very kind of topping your own cup up, self-love, understanding, support, being supportive of yourself, being caring and nurturing of yourself, okay, in order to recalibrate and have an actual rebirth. Okay, topping your own cup up and just being independent. You know, the 9 of Pentacles in the tarot is very much about that very strong manifestation energy. What is it you want? Because it's like you're manifesting, but you're going in loops and you're not quite manifesting it, because number 1, it's probably not meant for you, and number 2, there's a lack of belief in you, and I feel like you're chasing after potential options that are just not suitable at all, and you're getting hurt by doing it. Okay, so don't forget, guys, close out the cycle, figure out what it is that you're attracting. Why is it you're attracting the similar circumstances or lovers or, you know, karmic situations? Once you've figured that out and you've traced it back, try and start, you know, really pulling your energy back and working on you. Because then you can really take that leap of faith towards what it is you really do truly desire for you, not just within a relationship. Then you've got that new star Ace of Cups, and then you can have the rebirth. You know, you can heal yourself, medicine woman. You can then co-create, because you've been flexible. You know, you've come out of this dark night. Maybe you've had a dark night of the soul, away from hostilities, and the luck is all yours. Okay, guys, so hopefully this has been of some help. This was the Carnelian ring number 1. I do post videos Monday to Friday. Pick a card readings are going to be between now and the last week of the month, and then the last week of the month is going to be December readings. If you do have a request for a pick a card reading that you would like to see, please do make a little comment in below. If you want to have my information, look in the description box. All my kind of info, email address is in there. Have a wonderful day, evening, night, wherever you are, and hopefully this has been of some help. And thank you so much for liking and your subscriptions. It's massively appreciated, and take care. Okay, so if you chose option number 2, the turquoise ring, this is going to be your pick a card reading. What is it you need to know? Wow. This is pretty strong energy here. Really intense energy. Okay, so I feel like this is going to be a love reading. I'm just going to give you a heads up. So if you're sat there going, but it's not a love reading I want to know about, well, I feel like you might need to pick another pile, because this is really screaming like kind of passion, because we've got the fire passion card here. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or have strong elements or a stellium in one of these kind of 3 planets. You could also be one, you know, a fire sign, or have fire very strongly kind of in your chart. I feel like you've probably manifested this certain situation into your life, because, and if you have, I mean, put it this way, you're probably very good at manifesting, because this is the magic prayer card. So, and spirit are leading me to believe here that you've definitely manifested something within this situation. Okay, I'm getting a real frustration, because I'm also seeing the breathe card. It's like someone's really frustrated at the moment, okay? It's like you're really trying to put your will into this situation and create a different outcome. Now, this is the thing. We've also got the water fairy in reverse, which is feelings and emotions in reverse. So either they are a water sign, and it's like there's a bit of steam being created here, but because there's a lot of steam, it's like the other person potentially is a little bit scared because of the intensity of the emotions, or you're in a bit of confusion around this energy and this person at the moment, because you are not speaking to them and you've just had an argument, because that's the other sort of energy I'm getting. Now I feel like, because we've got the burden card in reverse, it could be that one party is trying to remove themselves from a situation because they think they're a burden, and you're frustrated because you're like, can we just not do this? We've also got the goddess of the moon in the reverse. So either the full moon, which was on the 12th, either you have absolutely tried to channel your energy into that full moon so that you could manifest something from this. This card is also the 11 card, so this could be a soulmate or, you know, twin flame. We've also got this card, which was in reverse, which is adding up to a 1 as well. 111, you could be seeing a lot of 111 numbers. I feel like some of you probably are not in contact with this person at the moment. It just feels like there's been some kind of argument and you're not happy. It's like we've got the breathe card here. Okay. The goddess of the moon. Let me just tune into this energy here. You're upset. You're really upset. I feel like you might have lost your temper, and it's because you feel a lot about this situation, but I don't know if the other person understands it that way. There's, again, goddess of the moon. It's like the moon is in reverse. So either one or both parties is coming out of an illusion or confusion, okay? Because it's in reverse. It could also be to do with a secret that you've found out and you've absolutely hit the roof, because again, fire, passion. Let's tune into these cards here. I'm going to pull some tarot in a minute. I've got the Archangel Power Archangel deck by Radley Valentine and Doreen Virtue that I'm going to pull some other clarifiers from, but let me just see what other energy I can pick up from these cards. Someone's not a happy bunny, I know that much, and it could be the masculine in this situation. It could be the masculine in the situation. Oh my goodness, cards are going everywhere. First of all, this Four of Wands card literally flipped over, so this is very high potential. And the second one was the King of Wands. So again, this person could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They could also be in a third, you could be a third party, because it also stands for someone who is otherwise in another connection, and if not them, then you. Yeah, look, someone is scared. We've got the Nine of Pentacles here, which is that I'm hearing dreams again. We've got the goddess of the moon, so one or both of you could be having dreams. I feel like one or both of you could actually have a water moon. But we've also got the Four of Cups as well. So that's 2 4 cards, which is an 8. I feel like this could be on a bit of a loop. I feel like this situation could be on a bit of a loop at the moment. I feel like one or both of you does need to take a step back, because otherwise you're just going to go in circles. What you do need to know is that this is actually true love. Okay, this is a very strong connection. It says, the romantic stones in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. There's something that you can gain from this, and it isn't just going in loops, okay? One or both of you needs to rethink how you're doing this. Now, I can feel someone screaming at me going, I've tried everything. What do you want me to do? Okay, so if you've tried absolutely everything, then just don't try. You know, take a step back and do it that way. Because if it's not working and you're the one trying and You're absolutely doing everything in your power. What else can you do? You know, you're not, don't forget, we've had the breathe card, okay? And I'm hearing from the universe, spirit, everything will fall into place at the right time. Now, I know, I get it. You're probably sat there again thinking, I hate when readers say that. I hate when readers say it's all going to fall. Yes, there's a reason for that. It's because there is something you're missing, okay? And probably what you're missing is that you are not taking into consideration them, which is what I'm saying by that is they are not you and you are not them. The reason you guys or very strong connections come together is to learn and grow, okay? So if you don't want to accept their traits that don't sort of sit well with you, how can you expect them to understand you or learn about you if you're not prepared? It has to be a halfway thing. And if you're sat there again going, well, I've tried everything, I've tried meeting them halfway, they don't want to do it, then if that's the case, they're not ready and you need to take a step back. But there is going to be a brand new start here because we've got the Ace of Pentacles. This is an offer, all right? The Six of Swords, which is basically moving into calmer waters, away from the storm, away from that kind of heavy energy. And then we've got the Knight of Cups. So this is the romantic kind of offering that is allowing you to acknowledge those feelings. But they're just, I feel like there's just some bumps in the road. Now, you could also have more than one option, okay? That's option one. And option two, we've got the Knight of Wands, okay, who's very passionate. And then we've got the King of Swords. So it could be that this King of Swords is making a decision. They could be a fire sign or an air sign. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. I feel like they could be needing to make a decision or will be making a decision. But I feel like you've also got this option as well. It's like you've got multiple options. And you're probably going to have to choose, all right? Because we've also got the Knight of Cups, which is that, you know, again, water energy. It could be this first situation that I mentioned. But there is definitely an Ace of Pentacles coming your way. But I feel like you might have to choose. And that doesn't stand for everyone. That just feels like one or two of you here. So outcome, please, for pile 2, Spirit. What is the outcome, please, for pile 2? What do they need to know at this moment, please? Outcomes, pile 2, please, Spirit. Thank you so much. Wow. Yeah, make a decision. The World and 2 of Pentacles. It could be that you or them need to make a decision, and that's what's causing this kind of confusion. And the confusion around feelings, because, again, the feelings are up and down. This is just a bit all over the place, this energy, I'm not going to lie. And then that will release the burden. You will be able to relax. You can then channel your passion and energy into something more productive, because I feel like if you continue down this path, it's going to be like battle. And then magic prayer, which is manifesting what you do want with that power and that energy. But don't forget, this is true love. So it's a kind of win-win, you know, and the Ace of Pentacles is on its way, all right? But you must make a decision. You must make a decision. And for some reason, they wanted me to pull. I picked up 4 cards instead of just 2. And I pulled the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords. So something has to end, and you must gain some independence first, potentially, before you make this option or this choice. That's not for everyone. There's a few of you that might be in a relationship that just want to jump from one to the next. Spirit saying don't do it, because it's just going to cause more confusion. And I feel like you need to do some healing as well. Or it could be all of you, could be one of you, but it's like someone just wants to race from one situation to the next. All right. If it means that one offer is rejected or declined, 4 of Cups, then you have, you know, what can you do? You can't just say yes to 5 different people. I feel like someone's a bit worried or concerned that, you know, you don't want to reject someone, or you don't want, because I feel like one of them is probably going to be someone that you may have to decline because it's just not the right thing. So anyway, guys, hopefully that's been of some assistance. This is the pick a card for pile 2, which is the Turquoise ring. I do post videos Monday to Friday. Obviously, if you do want to request a pick a card, please put a note in the comments below. I've got all my information in the description box below. Please do send me an email if you need any services. Thank you so much for your likes. Thank you so much for all your subscriptions. It is massively appreciated. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day and take care. Bye bye. Hi, option 3 or Agate ring, choice number 3. This is going to be your pick a card reading for what is it you most need to know right now, okay? So these are going to be your cards, and again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. If this pile doesn't resonate with you, then maybe sort of pick another pile. So yeah, let's get started. What is it Spirit wants to tell you about what you most need to know right now? Okay, so we've got, let's have a quick look here. Wow. Wow, okay. Interesting. You want the truth. You want the truth about something. You're looking for the truth. I feel like this, you guys have been through a lot. That's definitely something I want to say right now. That was really interesting. I heard like, it sounded like a drum. You could have shamanic roots or ancestry, because I thought it was outside, but I feel like someone's banging a drum now. We've also got the regeneration card. It's like, I kind of want to say transmutation via fire, okay? And there's that kind of branch sticking out that's growing, all right? And obviously the 4 and the 6 at the top right-hand side here, obviously where you're, yeah, the top right-hand side is adding up to a 1, which is about rebirth. I feel like something has really potentially, you're doubting. I feel like there's a large amount of doubt going on with this card. Let me just fill more of these cards out here. We're going to pull some clarifiers in a minute with the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. It could be that you've usually are not too bad with certain things, but you've hit a bit of a downward spiral. Because we've got the regeneration card here, because we've got also cycles and rhythms, all right? This is the cycles and rhythms card, and it says honor the cycles of your body, energy levels and emotions. So maybe you 1 minute are really struggling and just trying to kind of gain clarity and truth into what your situation is, and the next it's like effortless, okay? And if you can't resonate with that, then it could be what's coming in, all right? So it could be that you've absolutely struggled and you're just like, what am I missing here? Why is this so difficult for me? You know, stuck in the mud. What exactly am I missing with this? Okay, you know, there's a bird that's like landed on you. You can't quite get out of there. Well, what you're missing is the truth, which is this is about a stripping of you, which is needed in order to move on to the next stage. And actually, it is part of the cycle of life, all right? So honour that. We've also got the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel, all right? Not sure if you can see that. So I think that's the throat chakra. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's a block in your throat chakra. Maybe you are someone who doesn't like communicating your needs and wants. Let me just turn it the other way, because otherwise it'll be all year. Okay, so he's in the reverse position. Maybe you don't communicate your truth, all right, and it's causing you to stay stuck in a situation whereby you're in a bit of a pattern here. And the reason for that is it's trying to tempt you out of this fear of talking. Because not only that, but obviously we've got, this is a bridge here that's, as you can see, there's not a lot of water, all right? But I feel like once you start, and again, you're in this regenerational process at the moment, once you start, it's going to be effortless. It's going to be like very free flowing because you've got all that water there. It could be that the ground where you are is oversaturated with people talking. Maybe you've grown up in an environment where everyone says their truth and you're just like, for goodness sake, just can't you keep some things to yourself? We don't all want to talk. Sometimes we want to sit in that energy of quiet. And maybe there's a conditioned energy or programming here where you felt unable to speak your truth because it was something that was frowned upon or it wasn't accepted, and therefore you're trying to come out of that energy. Because obviously, again, with the water and the fire. It's like something's really stirred you up. And in fact, we've got earth here, we've got fire, we've got water. All right. The only thing we haven't got is air, which is communication. It could be, because obviously the Ace of Swords is very much that communicational energy. It could be that maybe this is very much in your head and it can't quite come out, and you're having some difficulties. Either maybe you can't find the truth, or maybe you find it very difficult to communicate. But this is the thing. It's like that there's a lesson in this, and it's not as it doesn't have to be as bad as you think it is. All right. Yeah, I feel like there's been sort of restrictions. I mean, we've got two number 6 cards here. So 24 and 51, which is about love. Okay, maybe you felt like you couldn't talk, you know, in the environment you're in, either in a love relationship. Maybe that's a pattern that you've carried on into a new love relationship, or now, or you just want to be single because for you it's just way too much effort. But don't forget the cycles and rhythms of everything, you know, that there's a reason behind this. Okay, there's a lot of blue energy here. We've got blue in the sky. We've got blue obviously in this card. It's like there's definitely something around your throat chakra here that is really wanting to come out, but it's like there's a... Are you afraid of how it's going to be received? I feel like my guides have just said yes. I feel like there's a fear behind this. It's like maybe... I'm just seeing here someone that's kind of stood up and spoken in class. It's like a school situation, and you were ridiculed, and it's kind of made you a bit worried about speaking up again, because you don't feel like anyone would understand your truth. And I mean, there's a few different examples here that I can give, but everyone's obviously going to be watching this that's different. But you feel like, for some of you, you're the only one that will think this way or feel this way, and I can assure you you're not, because the chances are you've probably got awareness. You've probably got I was about to say you've probably got a really something very talented about you, because don't forget we've got this waterfall effortless card. I feel like you've got a talent. I feel like there's something around this throat chakra that when you unlock it, the bounty comes. It's like this energy of this. I mean, obviously water's very purifying anyway, but it's not only an emotional release. It's like, I mean, water is nourishment, isn't it? It grows many different things. It's also very still and peaceful and tranquil, you know. I feel like you'll also feel within yourself, if this is resonating, that you are a lot more calmer, because I feel like this has been a bit of a struggle for you. There's a fire element here, frustration for some of you, but there's very much, it could even be like you could be a channel, you could be maybe a mediumship, spiritual. There's something very spiritual about this as well, because again we've got the awareness card, which is the number 1. Now I feel like that card is, I think is that the Magician? Is that the Magician there? Is that the Postman? I can hear the Postman coming. Yeah, that's the Magician. Manifestation, which is like huge, you know. It's unlimited potential right there. What is it you're trying to manifest? And don't forget, in order to, sometimes you know, we can manifest in different ways. Sometimes to talk it into existence is also a way of doing it, but you must make sure you've got security and foundation. So I would be looking at your root chakra, okay, but I would also be looking into your childhood, maybe looking at inner child issues, because this is the firm foundation card. The base structure of this is rooted potentially within your past, and I feel like you might have to go back to kind of correct it a little bit. Now obviously take it as it resonates. If you're sat there thinking, nope, I've got no issues in my childhood, okay, you know, awesome, you're probably one of, I mean, I know I do. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's part of my lessons, you know, everyone has them. It's not, I mean, look, this is part of why we're here, you know. Let me just see. 4. I think this is 4 of... Is it? It's a 4 of Pentacles. Someone doesn't want to let go. This is about holding on very tightly to something. About it's like a way of life. You don't want to let go of this. It could be that you need to tell someone something about the truth that you are scared to do because you're worried how this is going to how it's going to be presented or how it's going to be received, and so you're very concerned about that. It could be that you are wanting to end a partnership and you're wanting to sort of let them know that, but again, the throat chakra is in reverse. It could be that, you know, this is someone else that you're wanting to get the truth from, and then they're restricting that energy. What is the 4 of Pentacles here, please, Spirit? Yeah, look, 9 of Cups. Okay, so you've got now the Magician card and the 9 of Cups. So there's definitely something here that is going to manifest from this freeing of this energy. Okay, let's get outcomes. Let's get let's get outcomes for this pile here. For pile 3, please, Spirit. What is the outcome for pile 3, which is the Agate ring, please, Spirit? What is the outcome, please? Thank you so much. Outcomes. I mean, those 2 cards, I mean, all of those cards are pretty interesting. So obviously to sing, you could maybe try singing, try writing a journal, but just something that involves communication, you know. Art is good for, you know, again, it's that kind of communicating your truth. Okay, we've got patience and planning, and then moving on. So again, it could be that you want to move on from something. You maybe want to end something and you don't know how to say it, okay? But the Spirit are giving you a backing there, or an acknowledgement that if you were to move on, you can manifest a heck of a lot, and you don't need to be stuck, okay? You have a right to speak your own truth, okay? And this goes for any situation. If you're not happy in it, you do have a right to speak. But just obviously make sure that it's in a kind of manner as best you can. And if they don't, you know, if they're not listening and they don't want to hear it, you say your piece, and then you know, obviously every situation is different, but you know, I feel like it's important to speak your truth. So guys, that was pile number 3. Thank you so much for watching. So thank you so much for listening. Hopefully that's been of some assistance. If you want to request a specific pick a card reading, make a note in the comments. Thank you for all your likes and subscriptions. It is massively appreciated. I do post videos Monday to Friday. In the next couple of days, I think I'm going to be doing picker cards until the end sort of week of this month, and then we'll be going into December's readings for the astrological signs. And yeah, so as I say, if you want to let me know or get in contact with me, I can't even speak. The description box has all my information in it, so my email, so do get in contact. But thank you so much. Have a lovely evening, weekend, day, wherever you are, and take care. Bye bye. Okay, so this is going to be the clear quartz ring, so option 4. This is going to be your reading. What is it you most need to know right now at the time of watching this? Obviously, this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Obviously, if you don't resonate with this pile, maybe the video is just not going to be your kind of video, or for you, maybe check out another video. Yeah, so let's start. Okay, so what is it you most need to... Wow, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot. Wow. Okay. There's a very similar energy, if I'm totally honest with you, to kind of the last pile, number 3. You might want to watch that. Yeah, okay. Where do I begin? Okay, so first of all, we've got Kali, endings and beginnings. So I feel like there's potentially a lot of things that are closing out around you, okay? But it says the old must be released so that the new can enter. So definitely allow that, because we've got stuck in the mud here. So it might have been that you've been trying to hold on to things a little tightly, all right? And sometimes that doesn't serve us, because actually they're meant to go, all right? It's saying clean it up. Clean it up, get rid, so the new can come in. Let's wrap it up so we can move on to fresh beginnings. There is a lot of movement around you at this time, all right? So again, it could be that you might want to keep busy, because there might be a bit of a need. Maybe you're overthinking this at the moment. Maybe you're a little bit stuck in your head. They're just saying keep things busy, so you're not focusing on certain elements of the situation, okay? We've also got here childhood. So again, this is very similar to the last kind of pile. Is this about a childhood issue you've got? Okay. Is this about maybe potential, I want to say abandonment. I want to say like an abandonment wound from childhood. Someone feels like they're not worthy. There's like a worthiness issue here. There's a reason for all of this. It's meant to bring what is for you in and close out what isn't. All right. This is that a lotus? Yeah, it looks like a lotus. Don't forget, lotuses are born from the mud, the silt of the depths of the, you know, the bottom layer of whatever riverbed they're in, and they grow obviously and float up to the surface when they're ready. Okay, there is a time and a place for everything, but you know, it could have been that maybe you're in this energy and you can't maybe free yourself from it, or it could be that you are trying to move on and you're kind of sat there thinking, what am I doing? You know, why am I not manifesting anything here? I feel like you might need to go back and, like I said, look through these issues and work through them. Let me just get some specifics here. I know everyone's going to be different. Forgive yourself. I'm hearing forgive yourself. You must forgive yourself. Someone's being very hard on themselves. This card's just fallen for the third time. Maybe you are having difficulty forgiving yourself, but this is the easy does it card. Okay, be gentle, be tender with yourself here. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. All right, be tender with yourself. Okay, it's like we've got a woman holding a heart here. So either this is you and you're very protective of your energy right now and you're just like, no, don't come near me. I'm like, I've got eyes in the back of my head here. You know, maybe there's a potential breakup or a love situation where, again, you've had a beginning or, you know, an ending. Maybe you don't want to move on from a love situation and they're saying, you know, you must do. And if this is not you, it could be this is, you know, your love interest that you're, obviously take it as it resonates, but this could be your love interest that you're waiting for. I feel like there's like a waiting situation here. Now, because we've got the second and third chakra, this is your solar plexus and your sacral chakra. So sacral chakra is about the emotions, is about guilt, sexuality. I'm just hearing burden. I'm just hearing burden now, like it's like something's a burden. There could have been something in your childhood that because it's saying childhood innocence, that could have taken away your childhood innocence. That will and certainly would have residue energy in that sacral chakra energy like place. I would be looking at doing chakra cleansing. And then we've got the third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, which is the solar plexus, which is about wisdom, which is about power, about personal power, about drive. What is it you're lacking in yourself, or you feel is lacking in yourself? Because spirit think you're not lacking. It's just that you need to do a bit of healing. The only thing you're lacking is to do a bit of healing with these things, because then the cycle will close out. Again, endings and beginnings. Close out these old cycles. So if you're sat there going, oh, well, this never works, and, you know, I'm always kind of having to withdraw, or this, that, and the other. Okay, but is this the right time person? Are they trying to bring these energies in for you to understand that, so you can then manifest the right thing because you've done the work, you know? It doesn't have to be that. Like, this is the thing. So whoever this is, whoever chose pile number 4, there is a very strong energy of you. There's a worthiness issue, and I would be looking at self-love. And again, I think that was pile 1 as well. There was an issue around similar energies, overlapping themes going on here. I would be looking at doing some healing. If the childhood situation resonated with you, if any of them did, I'd be looking at doing the healing for that, inner child work. And then also chakra rebalancing, because this is the thing. If you can get this resolved, maybe look into your childhood. So look at your lineage, you know, your kind of mother's line, father's line. You may need to do some counselling if you feel like you need support with it. But there's something about your emotional sustenance that is like, you're just a bit hard on yourself. You know, there's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So again, if you've done all this, you know, maybe you're topping yourself up and you're trying to, I mean, this is coming, this movement's coming, and also you've got the door to personal healing and happiness. It's like this is all on its way. You've just got to kind of connect the dots here a little bit. But let's pull some the Wild Unknown Tarot deck to collect some clarification here. Spirit, what can you tell us here about pile number 4? Oh, yeah. Someone needs to be moving on here. This is the 6 of Swords. And then we've also got the Chariot. That just flipped out. So you need to be making I mean, look, there's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in the right timing. Yes, that's part of it. But maybe some of you might need to kind of put a bit of gusto into your healing. Or focus on something that is being neglected, which isn't just yourself. Maybe there's something else that is being neglected, or you've been neglecting in your life, or you felt neglected. I feel like there could have been neglect in the past. Wow. Okay, so we've got an ending here with a choice, okay, and then we've also got an ending here with 4 choices. It's like they flipped and split either side. It's like you have to, in order to, okay, there's another theme coming through here. What is it you need to end? Let's ask them. What is it that needs to end here? Could be something to do with an investment that was made. Because we've got a very defensive energy here. We've got the 10 of Pentacles, the Mother or the Queen of Pentacles, and the 7 of Wands, which is a very defensive energy, okay? This could have been your mother. Maybe this is an issue from your mother. This could also be a limited money resource, and it makes you feel like you're restricted, and it's kind of... So what I would say is if you feel like there's a way out of this money situation, if you can relate to that, then I'd be focusing on that. And if it is something around your mother, I would be looking into getting maybe some counselling. If you feel like, again, if you feel like you can work through it yourself, then by all means. Yeah, look, the 10 of Wands in reverse. There's a burden here. Again, it's like someone's carrying this weight around that needs to be released. And again, 5 of Wands in reverse, which is about that competition. What are you holding on to here? What is being held on to that needs to be released? Yeah? Clean it up. Endings and beginnings stuck in the mud. Again, it's like there's going to be different for everyone, but it's like I feel a lot of emotions. Like this is very kind of emotional energy. Let me just see what the card's going to say. What other information can you give us, please, Spirit? For pile number 4. Yeah, look, woman holding a heart as well. That came out earlier. But the Ace of Swords, this is about clarity and truth, okay? If you have been putting off something and overthinking something because you think, or you're hoping that it's your imagination, or, you know, this is maybe you think, oh, look, if Thinker card came out, I'm overthinking it. And, you know, I really do have these feelings, okay? Yeah, but you're also probably in denial about something as well, because the Ace of Swords doesn't come out when you're fully aware of a situation. And also you wouldn't be looking at this video otherwise, just to be totally real with you. And I know that sounds a bit like harsh, but don't sacrifice your awareness for the sake of your ego. And again, the last time I mentioned those words, like, I think someone got a bit upset. And I've got to laugh because it's like, just to kind of recap, we do all have egos. Like, we wouldn't be here if we didn't. It's just about utilising that to an advantage rather than letting it own you, you know. But I feel like someone didn't quite get what I was trying to say and got a bit upset. This is about releasing what doesn't serve you because you know something better is coming, and doing the inner healing, all right? Someone feels like they've been left out in the cold. There's a remorse here, okay? Someone could have betrayed you. There could have been, you feel like a betrayal, all right? and you're not quite sure what to do the healing, okay? Especially if there's abandonment issues from your childhood, because actually, is this a perceived, you know, is this I mean, obviously, if this someone has actually, you know, dug a sword in your back, you know, obviously, hopefully not quite literally, but you know, you've been at an emotional kind of crossroads, and it's like you want to move forward, you want to heal, you're in regret, there's a bit of sorrow, maybe that someone's done something to you, and they're in that energy. I'm just hearing someone say, get it done. Like, get it done. Endings and beginnings. Clean it up. Because I'm just hearing my guys just saying, it doesn't serve you. Yeah, look. Two of Cups in reverse. All right. So it could have been a partnership that's in a temporary separation or a permanent separation. Let's get outcomes for you guys. What is the outcome, please, for pile number 4, which is the clear quartz ring? Pile 4, what is the outcome, please, Spirit? I feel a lot of masculine energy around these cards. I'm trying to work out. Everyone's going to be different who watches this. And something that keeps standing out is the 8 in that card. The 4 and the 4, which is, you know, that's very much about hearth and home, and the double 4, and then the 8 is about that infinite energy. It could be that the person who's picked this pile is actually, you feel like you've done something wrong, and you're trying to make up for it with someone. Because we've also got the 4 of Wands here, the Knight of Cups and the 4 of Wands. So again, it's that kind of love, emotional offer. It's that romantic offer here. It could be a water sign. But we've also got 4 of Wands, which is about that stability and that kind of home, that marriage. It's like partnership, security. It could also be twin flame. Yeah. So what is it you most need to know is maybe you're going through a temporary separation at the moment because you do need to regroup. You maybe have got these issues that are maybe restricting a certain energy or adding to some issues. But don't forget, we've got movement, which is mentioned before. Someone could be a little bit stubborn here with the stuck in the mud again. Someone could also be overthinking it, but I feel like the main point here is just focus on the emotions and the energy, okay? In terms of the healing, 2nd and 3rd chakra, and the childhood issues, because I feel like that could be blocking or temporarily causing some issues. So again, walk through that door to personal healing and happiness, and potentially you will then regain this 2 of Cups and the woman holding the heart, and starting a new beginning with that Kali energy. The old must be released that the new can enter. So it could be that you've got some energy around childhood issues that need to be released in order for this to, you know, come to an end and a new start to begin. So guys, hopefully that's been of some help. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. If you have been liking and subscribing, it's massively appreciated. Thank you so much. If you want to add in a comment down below about a recommendation you'd like to put forward for a pick a card reading, next few days I will be doing pick a card readings here, so I'll be reading your comments. Yeah, hopefully this has been of some assistance. I will be doing the astrological energy updates for December, last probably week of this month. And yeah, if you need to contact me, information is in the description box. My email's in there. And have a wonderful day, evening, night, wherever you are. Take care. Bye.